Hello and welcome, dear students. This is an effort to support you with your research on how did India handle COVID-19. You can present your speaking speech in the positive manner or in the negative manner. You can criticize India or you can support the efforts made by India. You can do your own additional research and bring your arguments. A lot of information is being shared, but make sure you use lot of data in your language and the language of comparison that is shared with you. Hello students, this is the World Health Organization live data. That means this table is updated live on daily basis. You can see the data and you can take the data from this particular uh, spot. You can see the new cases. Those are listed over here. And the country that I have selected is India. The new cases, the number of confirmed cases and the number of deaths, and the data is ranging from the 3rd of Jan 5:13 p.m. onwards till the 19th of November. Today, that at the time of recording, it is 20th of November. So this data was updated on 19th of November. And you can see this data is required for your speaking and listening. You need to use analytic data so that your language, your content is having more value than just mere expression. So kindly try using the data that is shared with you. Take this information, construct a sentence, an analytic sentence: increased, decreased, it went up, it decreased, it lowered due to certain effort. Whatever you would like to express, try using this data that is shown over here for your reference. In order to help the students with certain research, this is one article that was carried by the BBC. Why India's COVID problem could be bigger than we think. Kindly make a note of the correspondent and then try picking some piece of information that is listed over here. Try to be specific, pick information that will help you with information. Go through the data that is shared over here. This is the BBC recorded data. Look at the number of infections. You can see the language. Infection numbers may be much higher. Look at the information shared over here. 50 million Indians have been tested. This is how it is to be expressed. Try using the data, but do not lift sentences and rote learn it for your speaking. Look at the daily rise in data and the rolling average of daily confirmed cases. Look at the language that is used over here. Try using this language for your speaking and listening test. It will help you fetch higher grades. You may pause the video and read the data that is given over here. And you may pose a question to yourself. Try responding to the question, why the rates are still soaring or rising. Students, this is another news carried by the BBC. If you want to balance the argument, that means the efforts taken by India, and then if you want to show certain negative aspects also, you may use this piece of information. That means why won't India admit how COVID-19 is spreading? You can use the name of the correspondent who has shared this information, and then you may share a story or a reference that you want to share. You can pause the video and read and then proceed. You can support your argument if you want to place an argument. You can cite examples from here. You may pause the video and read this. Look at the vocabulary, look at the language. You may pause the video and read further. This is another article that will help the students to propose their opinion or the opinion of some writer. Let us go through it. The students may pause the video and read. Students may pick information from here. The data can also be collected. The opinion of the writer can be collected, or the students can dispute with the opinion of the writer. If you're using any acronym, try using the full form and then spell out the acronym. If you're citing any reference with reference to a state or a city, kindly be very specific. Give complete details. Students may pause the video, read the information, and then proceed. Hello students, try using this piece of information to develop your speech for speaking and listening. The students have the liberty to use any piece of information but avoid lifting sentences. Try developing this as your own opinion, but do use the data that is given in this article. How well is India responding to COVID-19? You may use the name of the writers, you may use the citations, you may quote and unquote. You may use the data that is given over here. Get the data on the x-axis, the y-axis, whatever piece of information you intend to use from here, try using that information. Get the second data that is given over here, international comparison and how India is battling against it. You can give this piece of information, pick any point on the xy axis and try giving and using that in your speech. Use the analysis that is given over here. You may quote it as an opinion or as a fact. You can cite it as a reference. National weakness, low testing rates, deteriorating healthcare and poor social protection. If you want to criticize, you want to support, pick the information that is most appropriate as per your speech. Let us look at the data carefully. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India has released it. This is the data for all the states. Look at another graph. Look at the data released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and try quoting this piece of information in your speech. The more data analysis you use in your speech, the better the content and the quality of your speech, provided you are able to justify and develop your speech. Then testing rates, positive cases across India in India as of June 15th, 2020. You may cite the information from the x-axis, y-axis, pick any spot and you want to comment on it or criticize it, you can definitely do that. Let us proceed further. Pause the video and read if you're reading this piece of information. If you want to criticize regarding policy gaps, you can definitely state that also. Pause the video and you may read and pick the information. Look at the language, the quality of language. It is not just casual expression, it is formal presentation of a report. And when you pick some piece of information, make sure that you are able to justify it. If you are posed a question, you are able to comment on it.